Greetings, Earthlings! It is starting to feel like Florida here. So today, I am replacing almost all of the port lights on the boat. I've had some leaks and some stuff. Previously, when I did this, I did not use UV grade sealant. Major boo-boo. So as that broke down over a couple of years, it started to leak, and then la 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 la, and then yeah, drippies all over the place. We had a rain event here probably last week that was pretty epic, and that's only going to get more frequent as the year goes on. It's already May, and yeah, we're headed into tropical weather. So what I'll be doing is replacing these lovelies right here. All that goes away. So you can see where this is starting to die. There's a gap right there. This was my temporary fix. A long strip of white Gorilla duct tape, which did an amazing job. So if you need it to temporarily fix something like that, then yeah, it's quite handy. Yeah, that's coming out far easier than I would have liked. Yeah, look at that. It's all crusty and crackled. Yep. So. Oh, the joys of boat ownership. Originally, the boat had a series of bronze bezels that were screwed into the fiberglass. Yes, screwed in. A great way to get water into the fiberglass and anything underneath. So I've opted for a more modern way to install these port lights. After checking the weather for the next 4 days, I knew I had about 2 days before we were going to get more rain, and I clearly need to get these windows done before that. In that time, I had to remove the old windows, remove the old caulking, sand everything flat, prime it, paint it, and prep for the install. These great 1965 retro round corners, which actually save stress on the material, were kind of a pain to sand. For the replacement port lights themselves, I went with 1/4 inch acrylic in a dark smoke, the darkest I could find, to keep as much light out of the inside of the boat as possible, yet still be able to see out. Material is easy enough to cut with a jigsaw with the proper blade on it. That just means one with enough teeth, like a metal cutting blade, that will cut a fine curve. And of course, there had to be a little cleanup. Because I wanted as clean a presentation as I could manage, I painted everything black so that it would hide all of the sealant from the outside. Trimming away the brown protective paper allowed me to have a ready-made mask so that the sealant would wind up on the clear part of the port light.
Realize that
I will freely admit that I am not good at, nor do I enjoy painting, caulking, or sealing anything. Frequently a recipe for a complete and utter mess. In an attempt to prevent any mess from happening, I masked off everything I did not want to get any of the sealant on. So yeah, this is what the weather's doing. I want to get this done. I had pre-staged strips of tape so that as I installed the acrylic, I could get it to conform to the hull. Believe it or not, solidly squishing in that material and feeling it grab was very satisfying, as that solid grab of the Sikaflex meant that I wouldn't be worried about leaks or drips for some years to come. I should point out that the design of this boat keeps all of the windows well above the weather deck, meaning even heeled over under sail, these windows will rarely ever get any water on them. So last night I was not on my boat. However, it did rain here like crazy. So I was keen to get back over here this morning and find out how well or not well the window install went. Yeah, totally sealed up. I have to go back and clean up my slop around the edges here, and then I'll paint the rest of this coach top. But that's the plan. I may have to go back and address these, because that is moisture that's gotten still inside the core and getting its way out. Good thing that it is made out of foam. While I was sitting on the deck, tediously peeling off all of the brown paper, the locals stopped by to say hi. And here inside it looks good too. It's completely dry. All 4 of the windows are replaced, are completely bone dry on the inside. So mission accomplished. I just need to go back later and fill in these areas right here, so it'll be nice and clean on the inside. Yeah, not a single trace of moisture here. Perfect. I just finished putting in the last window, the front center one here. I'll show you that in a second. And yeah, I'll let that kick for a day or two. Probably tomorrow I'll peel the tape and everything off. That's how I'm keeping the acrylic curved around to the hull, because on all sides it does at least a little gentle curve, and in the center front it's a bit more pronounced. At any rate, I will close this episode here. Be sure to like and subscribe, please. And I will see you again in the next transmission. Hopefully this week. I'm trying to get a couple things sorted out, but I think that's doable. See you soon. Nanu, nanu.